People. Que pasa, suck, say what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the meds. Call it news with a buzz. Do you realize that these learning institutions are no different than our penal institution? We've seen countless amount of videos with students that go to school to learn. However, it seems as if it is some sort of MMA facility. These children, they are frustrated. They have anger management problem. They are no different than the criminals out there. The latest incident occurred at a place called Claude McKay High School that is in Clarendon. This mother was going about her merry business. Ring, 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 her phone ring. When she answered the phone, the guidance counselor from the school called her. Hello, you know, say, your little son get juk up in him face, in him mouth. And the mother is going to be frightened. She's going to be frantic. She asks, what exactly transpired? That person try to downplay it. Tell you say the injury is not as bad as it sounds. Come over to the school and let's talk about it. When she got to the school, see her little boy, the boy in the 8th grade. She said, no man, this looks serious. From one side to the next, from under the chin up. Rush him, go to the place of recovery. Them have to give him stitches. Them couldn't handle it because of the severity of the injuries. Them recommend that he goes to the chest hospital in St. Andrew, leave from Clarendon, go to the chest hospital for them analyze, assess the situation. Them say, they don't know, say, your son are gonna need plastic surgery. This very serious. He needs major surgery pan him face, pan him mouth, pan him jaw, so that he can become normal. Maybe the youth can't even talk properly. Me no know. What is even worse, when the mother asks, the principal asks the dean of discipline, so really, what was the motive? What caused all of this? Me no know my son to be any sorts of troublemaker or have any sorts of history with any sorts of mix up with anybody. Them I go tell the mother, say, you know, say, him go walk close to one of the thuggish youth them in the school and the youth rush him. When the mother asks, so where him rush you with? Him said to his mother, Mama, me not really know, I just some sorts of sharp object. People, more than likely, this youth is scared for his life. Because these schools are run just like the garrison. You have some set of youth, they are not really student, they are more like GUNMEN, MURDERERS, and DONS in a training. So therefore, they are just in the first level of their criminality. Future thief, future criminal in the making. So anyways, they make the appointment with the chest hospital and thing. I am going to let you take a listen, take a look to what the mother has to say in an interview that she did with TVJ. I am going to let you hear the audio from that video from TVJ, courtesy of TVJ. Take a listen to what the mother has to say.
I got a call from the guidance counselor to say that he was stabbed. He said it was nothing serious, but after him going to the hospital in Alexandra and they assessed it and stitched it, it was something that needed plastic surgery. They said I have to come back on Wednesday to assess it for the plastic surgery on Friday at the Chest Hospital.
How much will that cost? Would that be a cost?
I'm not sure because I didn't ask about any price or nothing like that.
Yeah, and do you have the finances to take care of something like that?
No, I don't. I reached out to the principal and to ask him if it was reported. He said he was going to get to the Dean of Discipline and get back to me. So I went ahead and called the Frankfield police station and they said they have no records of it. I am very depressed at the moment because knowing that it could have been worse. You understand? The parent had reached out to me to basically apologize, but I can't take this lightly because he could have lost his life, as I said. The schools are really getting out of hand. The children are really getting out of hand. You understand? And it could have been worse, as I said. As a parent, I know how she might be feeling now, knowing that she's not the person that does the action, that is the mother of the other child. But I am very upset. I am stressed, as I said, because I could have lost my child yesterday.
Now, people, you heard what the mother had to say. You could hear the frustration in her voice. Just imagine you being a concerned parent, concerned citizen. With all of what is going on in Jamaica, with all of what we've seen in these social media posts, in news, in real life, you're going to probably think the worst. People, this is very bad. It could have only been worse had this youth lost his life. He could have also gotten STABBED in his chest. Luckily, well, I'm not going to say luckily, because in your face, it is just as bad. However, the lady, the mother, is concerned about the lack of professionalism that exists in these schools. She gets a call from the guidance counselor. He tries to downplay the situation. She thinking that it is not as bad as she thought when she go and carry him for analysis. Him need plastic surgery. People, that alone tells you that it is bad. When she asks the principal, did you report this to the Popo station? Him say no. He has to talk to the dean of discipline. So therefore the head don't know what the foot is doing. Everybody is obviously in a denial. Everybody is obviously trying to downplay the situation. Makes it seem as if it is not as bad as it actually is. When she go to the Popo station, this incident occurred on Thursday. She went to the Popo station on Friday. No sorts of reports. 24 to 48 hours after, no sorts of reports. When the Popo actually went by the school, nobody now talk, everybody mum. The rest of staff, nobody no know anything will go down. People, if any sorts of youth in the 8th grade get joke up in their face in any sorts of school in Jamaica, the whole wide world, including the community, is going to know. Specifically the school, the management, the principal, guidance counselor, dean of discipline, somebody have to know. However, people, when you lack professionalism and don't know how to carry out your job, when you are negligent and incompetent, then you are going to always be in denial because you have no sorts of answer to any sorts of question that any sorts of concerned parent will have for you. So instead of being compassionate and sensitive to this mother and child situation, you would rather to be in denial, further adding to the frustration of this parent, of this student. People, if this was America, trust me, that student, that parent would have been rich. Do you know why? Because people respect students, respect mother, respect their job, have common decency, have professionalism. It is not only the fact that this is a third world country versus a first world country. It is the lack of professionalism, sensitivity and compassion that is being displayed in these schools. And people, remember, Jamaica is a very expensive place, especially as it pertains to these health institutions. For a regular surgery, it is going to cost you an arm and a leg. So just imagine major surgery, which this is going to be. Who is going to stand this expense? Is it going to be the school who broke like dog? Is it going to be the teacher? Is it going to be the parent of that student that actually juke up the next one in his face? Now people, the truth is that the mother or the parent of the youth that actually ASSAULTED, that other student. There was some sorts of communication and they apologize. However, people, this is what I am going to say. Sometimes an apology is not good enough. And yes, it could have been worse. She could have not said anything. So therefore, it shows you that she has some sorts of decency. However, people, in my opinion, in my case, that could not have been my child that did that to any other student because of the type of discipline. I am not going to say my child will not defend his or herself in any sorts of circumstance, because me preach that don't make nobody hurt you, and worse, no make nobody kill you. Me not going to tell you the rest, but you can figure it out. However, had that been my child, which it would not have been, me wouldn't tell that pitney there, where you say, you go to school and do what to who to when. You do that after me train you and bring you up so good. You need to rewind, reset, crawl back up in your mother. And people, that sounds kind of insensitive. It sounds kind of off. Could have worded it a little bit better, but you get the point. My point is this. That could not happen on my shift. That will never happen on my shift. Sometimes some of these parents don't bring up these picnic good. They don't spend enough time with their child. So therefore their child is running up and down like some sorts of mad bull. But to be fair, I don't know this parents. I don't know this child. I am just speaking in general. Me just say, if you have your child in some sorts of dysfunctional home, no sorts of discipline, the chances are, the odds are that they will do stuff like this. Children live what they learn. If you have this child in a stable environment, more than likely he is not going to act like this. However, what we see, this bad man culture, this GUN culture, this Dan culture, a lot of these students, them go to school and they have no sorts of intention of learning any sorts of things. These are the type of children that come out and become menace to society in most cases. People, this is a very sad situation because it seems as if these schools, they need to be run like some sorts of penal institution, meaning metal detector, meaning you have to search all of these picnic when they are coming into your institution and even when them are going to leave. And the sad reality about the situation is that the schools are a reflection of society. Jamaica pretty much gone to the dogs. Jamaica is definitely crime central in the world. The devil's playground. There is no sorts of discipline, no sorts of respect for the DEAD or the living. In the school, teachers, students always in a rift. In the workplace, the same thing. In a parliament, in a government, people are just chaotic. People seems as if they do not give a damn about anything. It is like one madhouse, Bellevue Central, point blank and period. Further on in the news, just when we thought that we need no more confirmation that Jamaica gone to the dogs, that we cannot sink any lower than the abyss of hell, people, it seems as if it can actually get worse. What am I speaking about? I am speaking about a retired public health worker, JP. His name is Mr. Kenneth Downer. Mr. Kenneth Downer is in his 90s. However, in a place called Huntley District that is in Brownstown, Brownstown is in St. Anne, he lost his life at the hand of some sorts of GUNMAN. 4 p.m. in the evening, he was home along with his caregiver. When some sorts of people walking at the house, stick them up GUN point, demanded some sorts of money. Everybody shook, Mr. Downer and the caregiver. Based on the caregiver's account of the incident, she said that they were asking her, them a ask, him a ask, which part the money there, which part the money there? Send the caregiver in the bedroom to go look for the money. She says when she went in the room, she heard some sorts of loud EXPLOSIONS. Now, people, you know how I think. May I say to myself, that sound fishy. Not going to say that it cannot happen, but me just say, I am very suspicious, skeptical of everybody. May I wonder if the caregiver have anything to do with it. Investigators need to check it out. Not to say that she do, or she have something to do with everything. Me not gonna say that, but me just say, we do not rule out anybody until you assess the situation. If she don't have anything to do with it, why wouldn't this person give this person a chance for at least look for sister no money no dead? They did not, or she did not say she did not get a chance to look. She never sent no money, never did it, and she come back and gave them or break the bad news to them. People, when we listen to stuff like this, the age of the man, obviously at that age, he could not put up much of a resistance. We have to ask the question, you know, say, probably this have to do something with some sorts of DEAD left legacy. I mean it literally. Did this man have any sorts of assets, meaning bank account, meaning house, meaning property, meaning land, that even him own family want or somebody a squad pan and them want it? People, these youths are cold. However, whenever there is SMOKE, there is always FIRE. That means something in a something. It has something to do with some sorts of motive. Them youth are mad, but they are not that. Well, they're mad like that. But me just say, in my opinion, there is more to this story than meets the eye. So in other words, if I know the caregiver are some sorts of family member, are some sorts of land, are some sorts of asset, are some sort of bad mind, are some sorts of people think that they are entitled to people's stuff, and if them can't get it, them are going to take away the people them life. People, Jamaica is a SHITHOLE in every sense of the word. These people are sick in them head, point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. Bless up.